Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to the Sushant method. So, as we discussed last time in previous video, today I am going to start with my first lesson on history and geopolitics. And what I'm going to share, let's start. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, the Sushant method yet, please subscribe it now. And if you like the video, don't hesitate to like and share my video. Okay, let's start, guys. Let me share my screen. One moment. Here you go. So the Sushant method. So today's topic is history and geopolitics lesson 1. Chanakya, relevance in modern world, part 1. So who was Chanakya? Let's learn. Chanakya, he was born in 4th century before Christ, approximately 375 BC in India. Chanakya was also known as Vishnugupta and Kautilya. Through the centuries, scholars have described Chanakya as a rare mastermind who became an expert in varied and specialized fields like management, economics, politics, law, leadership, governance, warfare, military tactics, accounting systems, and several others. The 6,000 sutras, or formulas you can say, have been classified into 15 books, 150 chapters, and 180 topics by Chanakya himself. He was responsible for bringing down the Nanda dynasty, was a very powerful dynasty in India that time, and establishing his able student Chandragupta Maurya on throne as the emperor, first emperor of the Akhanda Bharat. Hence, he is called a kingmaker. He is credited with masterminding the defeat of the Alexander the, in India, who was on his march to conquer the world. As a political thinker, he was the first to visualize the concept of a nation, which is called Akhanda Bharat, means undivided India. I will show you in next slides what it means. For the first time in human history. During his time, India was split into various kingdoms. He brought them all together under one central governance, thus creating a nation called Aryavat, which is later become India. Documented his lifelong work in his book Kautilya's Arthashastra and Chanakya Neeti. Neeti means actually a strategy. Okay. For ages, rulers across the world have referred to the Arthashastra for building a nation on sound economics. Based on spiritual values, Arthashastra, when literally translated, means scripture of wealth. Artha means wealth. But and Shastra means scripture, or you can say science of how to earn the wealth, but it contains knowledge about every subject under the sun. It's the knowledge of wealth and wealth of knowledge. We can discuss it in further topics. I'm going to create a series of it. But let's start with the introduction of it. Okay. So walk you through the story of Chanakya. What was it? So Chanakya was a teacher at Takshashila University in current day Pakistan. Okay, it was a part of India at that time. He was like very scholar as we just discussed. At that time, it was a time when Alexander the Great, the Greek Macedonian emperor, he was on his march to win the world, to conquer the whole world, and he was in the Indian subcontinent that time. Okay, so it was the time that Chanakya felt that if India is, like as I said, divided into multiple empires, and the Nanda dynasty, which was like eastern part of India, as is shown here, was the biggest empire in Indian subcontinent at that moment, and Dhananan was the emperor of that Nanda empire. Okay, around 325 BC before Christ. So he went to Dhananan and to with the request, Emperor, please do something, because otherwise, if the Alexander comes to India, if he managed to come India, and then he just because he may take the advantage of uh, multiple states and multiple empires, small states within India. So, but Dhananand was not a good emperor. He was like he was good as an emperor, but very brutal. And he never bothered about. He always thought, whatever. Nobody can touch me. Nobody can touch my empire. So he actually insulted Chanakya in his darbar. Okay, so Chanakya felt so insulted. He decided himself that I will find someone who will replace this Dhananand and become the emperor of the whole Indian subcontinent. That is called the Akhand Bharat, undivided India. Before, like around 400 BC that time. So he found his student Chandragupta Maurya, and he trained him in such a way, he groomed him in such a way that he established his eldest Chandragupta Maurya as on the throne of India as the emperor. And this was the Mauryan Empire, as you can see, where it was containing across like India, current day India. It was containing Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and part of Iran. That huge was the empire. Okay, the Mauryan Empire. So now what in current days? As we discussed, Arthashastra was written by Chanakya, and it is available on Amazon and any book website. So what topics he covered in Arthashastra? Concerning discipline, life of a king or life of a leader, what it is, the duties of the government superintendents, concerning the law, how the law should be, the removal of thorns, protection of the kingdom, the conduct of the courtiers, concerning a powerful enemy, the work of an invader relating to war. And there is one more book I would recommend. It's the Corporate Chanakya, written by Mr. Radhakrishnan Pillai. It states more about how Chanakya strategies, which were like discussed and written about 2000 years ago, relevant in today's modern world, in corporate world. Like for example, leadership, management, finance, strategy, training, employees, security, what is and what not. Okay, so we have discussed these books today, and I'm going to, in my next videos, I'm going to touch base with each and every topic in more detail and give you the more historical references and the current day references, and how that history and the current geopolitics match together, go hand in hand. Okay, so stop sharing now. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was a short one, but just wanted to give a brief introduction of who was Chanakya, what were what was his journey, what was his life, the history of it, and what is the relevance in the current modern world, this geopolitics or the corporate life. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I repeat again, subscribe to my channel, The Sushant Method. Like this video and share with your peers. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm so obliged that you like, share, and subscribe. You watch this video and see you next time. Thank you guys. Bye.